One day, while Swamiji, also addressed as Guru Dev by his disciples, was eating, two women came running to the ashram. They were desperate to speak with him. I asked them to wait, as I did not want to interrupt his meal. He ate very little. However, one of the women insisted they didn't have much time. Her 16-year-old niece had consumed a bottle of pesticide, fainted, and was frothing at the mouth. She was being rushed to the hospital. The women pleaded for an audience with Gurudev. Gurudev's eating was an act of pure consciousness, resembling a meditative state. Though I hesitated to disturb such calm, the urgency of the situation left me no choice but to inform him. I approached Swamiji and narrated the situation. He looked at me, silent for a few seconds, and then said calmly,
"No, it is not her time yet,"
before quietly returning to his chapati. For a brief moment, I was surprised by his lack of reaction to the girl's critical condition, but I knew it wasn't my place to question his response. After finishing his meal and sipping some water, Gurudev walked over to the women. They immediately began wailing and recounting the incident. He gestured for them to stop. Taking a glass of water, he whispered something into it and handed it to the women.
"Give the girl 2 sips of this water immediately, she will be fine."
One of the ladies received the glass of water with great reverence. The other lady stepped forward and said,
"But Swamiji, the girl is already on her way to the hospital in Salon. A taxi was called before we left for the ashram. She must already be in the car. We cannot give her the water right away."
A few seconds passed, which must have felt like an eternity to the two anxious women. Gurudev closed his eyes, murmured a mantra, and blew into the air.
"It is done, she'll be fine. I'll visit her in the hospital in a few hours. You now have 24 hours to give her the water."
Still concerned, one of the women asked,
"How will we tell you which hospital she's in if you plan on visiting her?"
Gurudev smiled and said,
"Waste no more time, please go and give her the water."
It was a cold November evening, and the sun had already set. Darkness was settling in. As both the women left, I asked Gurudev if he was planning to walk across the river tonight to see her. He just smiled and told me to have my meal. The next day, the girl's parents came to the ashram in the evening, tears streaming down their faces. The father composed himself and said,
"You saved her, Swamiji. You saved my daughter. Last night, she woke up suddenly, screaming that Swamiji was there. 'Swamiji has come to see me,' she said. She was talking to you."
Gurudev took a flower from the ones they had brought, gazed at it intently, and said softly,
"Be patient, let the storm pass first.
"If you hadn't saved her, Swamiji, she would be dead by now."
It is all divine grace. I have not done anything."
The family left, only to return 2 days later with concern. The girl had been behaving oddly, murmuring constantly to herself. According to the doctors, the poison had affected her brain, and she was still in the hospital. Gurudev took another flower, whispered a mantra over it, and handed it to them.
"Leave this in water overnight, and give it to her in the morning, she will be fine."
A few days later, the family returned once again, joyfully announcing that the girl had fully recovered. She had been discharged from the hospital and was resting at home. They asked when they could bring her for blessings.
This chapter teaser is taken from the amazing book, Om Swami as We Know Him. Within its pages, you will find many stories that will bolster your faith in your guru and your sadhana. The purchase link for the book is in the description below. By ordering through our link, you support this channel at no additional cost to you. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Stay blessed and namaste.